is there ought to be obligations and responsibilities that go along with that.
I've used my time. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Bunning. And I want to thank Senator Warner for initiating the hearing. I was at the Pentagon. Senator Warner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to continue a little bit of line of Senator Bunning. I mean, I also had some concerns about the arbitrariness of what the standards are of breaking trades, but you got to draw a line somewhere. I think clearly both of you have acted quickly in terms of circuit breakers, pauses, other tools we can use. I got to tell you though, I still have some concerns, and I'm not being critical here. I'm just seeking the answer that we're a couple of weeks after the fact. We still don't know how it happened how this event happened in the first place, and what were the precipitating causes. And it just, I keep coming back to, as an advocate for technology, but in technology, here we may be seeing technology for technology's sake alone, speed for speed's sake alone, and at some point, I have this gut sense that whether it's, and I appreciate what you've done, Chairman Shapiro, in terms of flash trading, but this whole new area of high-frequency trading, dark pools, co-locations, sponsored access, a lot of the firms that are doing this, my sense is to try to get a competitive advantage in the marketplace. And how do each of your institutions keep up knowledge-wise monitoring these activities? How do you make sure you've got the technology expertise? I know we've had some conversations where you have to rely on a series of these exchanges to actually get data back because you don't have real-time access to that kind of information in the first place. And I'd love to hear, I appreciate what you're doing circuit breaker-wise. I appreciate the need to get an ability to break some of the trades when you've got this blip or problem in the market. But how do we get ahead of this? Have we seen on May 6th what may be the first kind of warning shot of what may be the next potential systemic crisis because of technology run amok?
Well, let me speak a little bit about how I've tried to approach this in the little over a year I've been at the Commission, because there are absolutely enormous challenges to regulating this highly dispersed and fragmented marketplace we have in the equities markets. And, depending on how you count, there are 50, 60, 70 venues where trading is taking place. Some of them are dark, some of them are less opaque. Orders are handled differently. The protocols and how trading is paused or not paused is different across all of them. We peeled off a few issues we felt were really critical during the fall. Those related to making dark pools more transparent so that we would not develop a two-tiered system where retail investors would not have access to the best quotes. We proposed banning flash orders. We proposed prohibiting unfiltered access where large customers can go directly into an exchange and not pass through the risk management controls of a brokerage firm. We proposed instituting a large trader reporting system so the SEC would have access to the activities that are engaged in by large traders. Those we felt were really critical of the moment issues we needed to get started on. And then in January, we proposed this very broad concept release where we asked a lot of questions about what is the impact of high-frequency trading on retail investors, on the health of our markets, on the ability of public companies to raise capital, the whole reason our markets exist at the end of the day. And we've received over 100 comment letters on that. The comment period just closed, and we will proceed now to try to pull all of these pieces together and figure out how we go forward. At the end of the day, our goal has got to be that our markets operate fairly and efficiently and effectively for all the constituencies. And I put at the top of that list in public investors, public companies, and then those who trade for a living play an important role. But at the end of the day, our markets have to be about investors and the ability to raise capital. And so that's how we're going forward on these issues.